Hey, what's
Yo.
going on, Fiction?
Hey. I'm chilling. How about you?
Doing well.
Nice. Good to hear it. Okay, so what are we going over today? What is the plan?
This is a follow-up from our last session,
Mm-hmm.
which, yeah, which pretty much you were telling me to try to run into Falcos that were better than me,
Mm-hmm.
or which feel so, and not to have fear and hit them with moves rather than trying to like play around them constantly and hit them with moves that do like significant damage.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Mm-hmm.
your grabs, your drills,
Yeah,
your
like getting
flips.
a starter.
Yeah, because before you were saying that you didn't see any openings
Mm-hmm.
because I was trying too hard to dodge them.
Right. Okay, that makes sense. Okay.
So what you
So,
were telling me to do is to focus on that for like a month or two.
okay, and now you're back. How do you feel like that's been going?
It's been going well. I think dealing with like a specific distance of laser is incredibly hard, but
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it's laser in general, and I've done the most games against Falco than I have ever, and I've definitely gotten better at the matchup, even though I'm only doing these specific things.
Mm-hmm.
Now, since we've last met, I've gotten a new controller. It's pretty shit, but it has notches, so just keep that in mind. The angles aren't actually good, and the misinputs kind of happen sometimes, but it is what it is.
Okay, well, we'll see those as we come to them. And yeah, as we go through this, I'm just gonna look as if I'm like looking kind of like from a fresh angle, and then if anything comes up you want to mention, just like let me know, okay?
Yeah,
The screen share is working.
yes, it is.
Okay. Okay. Let's see.
It's only at 30 FPS though. I'm not sure if you can go higher.
What's up?
It's only at 30 FPS. I'm not sure if you can go higher.
Oh yeah, no, I don't have what's it called, Nitro or whatever. So
Right.
yeah, but I'll pause on any interesting spots. Okay. It's an interesting opening here. Okay. Yeah, if you had gotten like the grab out of this, I think this would have been
Would
a
have been
just like a
nice.
like a good like opening in general. Like this whole sequence was pretty good. So
Yeah.
good job on that. You just gotta like hit your confirm here better. But like the general opening and stuff here was good. Hmm. So when you take laser shield, there's only one range where you want to. Okay, so let's see. I'm gonna make a quick note about this. Are you aware of exactly how close you can dash back a laser from with while being safe?
Sort of.
Okay, I'm just gonna show you that
The
in Uncle Punch in a second. So let me write that down.
From here, I think I could probably backflip and be okay.
Yeah, you
Unless
can
they're,
do a lot of
yeah.
stuff here. The only thing you can't really do from this position is shield, because it's too far away. So it basically like because what happens is if you get lasered and you're like right here, like right next to Falco, then he has a frame advantage like right in your face, and if you dash away, his down air can actually just hit you for dashing away.
Yeah.
And so shielding is like a pretty valid mix up there because it's just like it's not a great spot to get lasered in. Um, but if you get lasered out here, you need to like basically if you get lasered anywhere past that range of like really really close to him, you never want to shield as a response to that laser, because it basically like puts it. You're like acting as if you're in a worse situation. Like getting lasered here. Like here, it's like, nah, you don't need to ever shield, and shielding like reduces your mobility, reduces your aggressive options a lot. And so you just watch out. Never take laser shield unless you're like right, super close to him. You can do full hop, dash back, whatever.
Okay.
Another thing is as Fox, You really don't need like the shield grab is nice, but what I would
Oh,
say is
I actually have context for that
okay,
one.
great.
The Falco player, I was playing with him and he was saying that I should try to shield grab once because I haven't done it the entire session. So that's
I
still
see.
one shield grab out of the whole session. And then after that, he's like, "Well, you got to know when to shield grab."
Ah,
Yeah,
yeah. So
that's not a normal play for me. That's just there's
okay,
context to it.
yeah. So basically, just to explain it, there's a bunch of positions where you can shield grab, like early down airs and stuff like that.
Hmm.
Um, but I would say that those are fairly like specific. Like there's very specific spots where like you're like, oh, like I don't need to shine out a shield here. I can just get the grab. Uh, but that is not really like what you need to practice. Like you don't really need to practice shield grabbing Falco. You need to practice like wave shining out a shield, or even just shine out a shield in general. So at like the level you're at, I would say basically just don't shield grab Falco unless he like forward smashes your shield, or something like obvious. But if he's doing like aerials and stuff like that, you need to focus on shine out a shield, just like across the board against Falco.
All right.
Okay. Yeah, holding shield is generally not amazing because so like basically if you don't have to hold shield and you hold shield, like I said before, you're kind of giving up some like mobility options. So you generally like unless Falco's like kind of right on top of you, you don't really want to shield. You only want to shield like sort of on a reaction to him being really really close to you. But it's pretty safe. Like you weren't in danger here, so you're okay. It's fine.
What would you have done?
Right.
What would be
So
the
so
better
I think
option
shielding
response?
this part was fine. I think shielding right here was all good. When he full hops here, this is when you need to like wave dash forward out of shield or roll to like just get out of the way and reset right here. And then you
All
could
right.
even come in and maybe like, act like you're going to pressure him or do whatever you want here. But you don't want to just like kind of sit here and shield when he's not that close. Okay, so let's see. Yeah, so this is the type of range where you want to shield at, like you shielded here. This was good, where you get lasered at like this range. This is the range where like the shield out of the laser is like really really good. It's kind of funny because you did the right option here by shielding, but the problem is you got shield poked because you had been holding shield so long on that previous interaction with the full hop. So like
Yeah.
yeah, don't really worry about that. You did the right option here, so you're good there. And I'm pretty sure if he hadn't shield poked, you would have gotten like a shine out of shield on the backside. Maybe,
I think
maybe.
so.
But regardless, you would have been safe. So, let's see.
Maybe not. They kind of jumped pretty close to me.
Yeah, I don't know. But,
I die here.
okay, let's see. Okay, okay. Running Shine is really bad against Falco, in general. Uh, Mostly just because he's gonna be jumping a lot, and it just, like, his jump is kind of high up, so it makes it, like, a weird angle to hit it. Like, a lot of times he's gonna be doing, like, down airs and, like, lasers and stuff like that, and he just kind of, like, jumps around in a way that makes the Shine hard to hit. And then sometimes, like, you'll hit him with the Shine, but he'll be, like, really high up, or he'll just be in some situation where it makes the Shine tech chase like kind of awkward. So like I wouldn't go for like the running Shine. I would say like if you're gonna go for a running Shine, it's better to look for like short hop drill, short hop nair, full hop aerials, whatever. Like short hop or full hop aerials over the running Shine. He's just not one of the characters that's really all that good against, because he's not really like dashing back or whatever. Like he's not on the ground. He's jumping around. Okay, 1 second. Let me go back 1 second.
The backdash and the pivots on this controller, um, are really bad.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't have any. Well, I have one. I have one FD game for you. Uh, but aside from that, I don't really go there recently because
You having
it's
trouble with the
just at
chain
the
grab?
turnaround grab. Yeah.
Okay, okay. That's fine.
So I just think it's better to practice on the other stages until I can do something about it.
Okay. I actually really like these short hop drills you do on the side plat, or like these. These are really good. They kind of just keep you safe for a while. Okay. Nice shield bait.
Is it just to hit him back down?
Yeah, it's just like a like
Nothing.
it's basically like holding shield on the platform, but like without losing your shield. It's just really hard for it works in the Ditto too. It's just really hard for the other spacey to like move vertically up from beneath you and get through the drill.
Okay.
It's just like it doesn't really do a lot. It's just kind of like you just drill over and over like 3 times or something, and like you were pretty safe for a second. That's all it is. SFAT uses it quite a bit. He uses it really well. Okay. One thing I would like to see is a little bit more of an attempt. So I actually kind of like how you're playing this. I think you need to get a little bit more mobile. Like it's so it seems like what you do is you kind of currently, you're kind of looking at the lasers and then you're trying to devise a plan around the lasers, which is really good. But when you get a situation where Falco's not shooting the lasers, you're not really going for like a setup. Because like the whole
I
point
don't
is, huh?
know the setups.
Exactly, yeah. So that's what we're gonna go over. A lot of it centers around running power shield. Um, so, okay, yeah, we'll go over it in once and right here. So basically,
I've been trying that out a little bit because I remember you talking about it.
mm-hmm,
I think to someone else, but it wasn't anything I was focusing on. So
mm-hmm. No, that's fine. Okay, so right here, I would say you actually do a really good job of the basic concept, where like Falco creates this gap between you, and whenever this gap gets created, you can kind of, and there's no laser in it, you can kind of just like fill up that gap, like kind of like when you're digging like a hole in sand or something. Like whenever Falco is not shooting a laser, Fox just kind of gets dragged towards him because you get your run out, you have all these like like aggressive mix-ups, and then Falco has to deal with that. And like I would say like the issue that 99% of Falcos have around this level of play is that like, and I just did a lesson with somebody like yesterday about it, where it was either yesterday or 2 days ago, I can't remember, but where basically he like
I think I was
would,
there for both of them. So
yeah,
just
where
go
he
and
would,
say.
where basically he's like not aware enough of these little gaps between his lasers, where he'll like laser, and he's like looking, he's like laser, and it's like he's not realizing that like when he does laser, and he waits, that there's this big gap where Fox can just run at him, and then if he lasers again, he gets power shield, like running power shielded, and if he doesn't laser again, then Fox gets run up shield, run up full hop, run up dash dance in your face type mix up. Those are sort of
How
like
do you
the
not get instant dash forward downer? I know that's super committal from them, but it does happen at because Falco likes
well,
to do it.
the idea is that you're gonna be like run up shielding a bunch of the time too, and run up full hop. So like run up shield and run up full hop both beat instant approaching down air out of you running up. And also, honestly, dashing in their face does it too. The only one that kind of gets beaten by it is if you get too close and you're dash dancing. But like, there's like a range where you can kind of react to Falco down air with your dash back, but you can also sort of like threaten. So, and I
See
can
the
show you that in a
range
sec.
again. Yeah. Okay.
Okay, actually, we'll go back to this game in a second, and I'm just gonna show you these couple things that I wanted to go over, just so that we can have it, like, nice and clean, like, all the ranges are, like, established for the rest of the analysis. Okay. Oops. Sweet, I'm gonna be Fox for this one. Okay. So, alright. So, let's see. What was the first one? Oh, the dash back out of laser range. Okay, so if I'm here, and Falco does...
I don't think you can get our laser out in time there, right?
Hmm?
You can just nair that. Or
Well,
something.
I'm just saying, like, assuming that this laser is already gonna happen.
Oh.
Like,
okay.
assuming that he lasers me from this range, can I dash back in time? And the answer is, like, obviously. You know. Super obviously. And it's like, okay, well, how close can I get? Let's see. So, how about here? Do you think I can dash back from here?
Could you get rid of the display?
What's up?
The display, you know, the options.
Yeah. Oh,
so I can
like
see
this.
that.
Yeah.
So laser's already out.
Mm-hmm. I'm taking laser and then dashing back. You think I can make it?
Do you think your foot gets clipped?
Nope.
I think it might. No.
Look at that. And there's actually quite a big amount of distance there. Okay, so let's try it one more time. I think this will be about the minimum range if I go here. It's actually kind of absurd. I'm pretty sure Falco can get me in this spot. But I'm not. It'll be pretty close. Yeah. So he can finally get... Oh, maybe... Maybe it looks like that one if I'm, like, frame perfect. Yeah! Look at that! So, yeah, look at this. You can get away, even from this range, if you're perfect. And so, like, you don't need to... And if I was actually getting lasered at this range, I would probably shield this. Just rather than trying to have to rely on, like, a frame-perfect dashback or something. But it's pretty interesting to think about the fact that, like, I can't really get you as Falco from this range. So, like, if you're like, sort of... Okay, so that was the first thing I wanted to show you. And that was about here. And so if you're about, like, here, and Falco lasers you...
Yeah.
You know, there's no reason in the world to ever shield after the laser.
Well, I wasn't talking about that far out. I was talking, like, maybe a short hop forward closer.
So, wait, in which...
For Fox.
In which context?
In the example you're doing now. For the laser dare before it. You've already proven that it doesn't happen, but I wasn't talking about that far away.
Okay, so can you just repeat the question? I think we got, like, lost on where each other are right now. Just, like, repeat the question if you can.
On the distance that you're doing right now, I wasn't thinking that. I knew Fox could escape that. I was referring to, like, a short hop distance closer.
Oh, yes. No, that. You're talking... Yeah, we're going over two separate things. I'm about to answer that question right now. I was just going over, like, why you don't want to, like, shield when you're far enough away, and why you want to shield when you're up here. But I can go over the multiple ways that you can, like, approach Falco if he's not lasering. And the first one is run up power shield. So he just does, like, he waits a second, and then he does his laser. Oops. He does this. And then, okay, playback. And you get, like, something like this, where you run in, and you get that, and then you get maybe running power shield, and then short hop aerial, like that. Or you can do running power shield. Yeah, a lot of times I like to do the short hop drill. I feel like it's really annoying for Falco here. I'm bad at power shielding, sorry. But, yeah, you get the running power shield, and especially if you can get up really close to Falco, it's just like an easy neutral win. And a lot of Falcos will get super, super, super stuffed by this, and it'll just ruin their whole life.
And what if you're not close enough to hit them with the short hop drill? You just continue running?
So you're saying, like, if I'm here, and then I like, power shield it, like, from here?
Right.
Like, from here or something?
Right.
You can basically just keep playing neutral from there, or full hop. Like, you can kind of do that. Because, right. Like, you have the running momentum for the full hop. So it's kind of, like, significant on how far you can actually jump with it. So, yeah, if you're close enough to get the short hop, or you can even, like, some people do, like, they do, like, this thing, or you do, like that. You can do a grab, or, like, an up smash. But yeah, if you're too far away, I would recommend probably just like full hopping into a mix-up, or you can literally just like power shield, wave dash in shine, or power shield just wave dash down, and just play the situation in neutral. But usually it's pretty advantageous to like jump in after it, and either a short hop or full hop depending on like the distance. So, and then there's also the run up shield, which we talked about for a second, where like he's here and then like he stops shooting lasers for a second, so he's just doing that, and then you're like out here. Is he gonna do it? I guess I waited too long. Okay. Yeah, so if we're here, and then we can do something like this, where you kind of just do that, like the running shield, where you slide in really far on him. And it's really nice, because if he just tries to hit you at any point with his down air during this, you get a nice shine out of shield. And then otherwise, you end up kind of close. And a lot of times people will get, you know, this, where they're like, run up shield, and then they do something like that. Where they run up, and so the idea is, like, when he's not shooting lasers, I get to be, like, stupid mobile. Like, I get to move around however I want, and then I can do these, like, running mix-ups, or running full hop, or running, you know, shield. I wouldn't really recommend, I saw you do, like, the run-up crouch. I think this is really good against a lot of characters, but not Falco. Mostly because, like, he's not gonna be, like, naring you a lot. If you're moving around like this. The nairs are more for like shield pressure and stuff. He's usually, if you're going to be running around like this, he's going to be looking for the down airs, which is why like the shield is so good, or just like the run up and then full hop. Or like, there's another thing too where it's like, I feel like you were not like really taking advantage of these like full hop overs, where like you can kind of like cross over the space with Falco a lot. Like if you cross up with Falco, usually Falco's best response is to kind of also cross up with you, so you end up with something like this, and then the Fox will go like that, you know, or something where they jump over and you get like that. Like that's like a really common situation in this matchup. And so you don't need to feel like zoned off to one side. Okay, let's go back to the match. What are your thoughts on what we've talked about so far?
It's...
Hello?
No, I can hear you. I can hear you. It's a little difficult to see it, since if you're running around, you're kind of teleporting. But if you're standing still, I can see it pretty well. But
are you saying like the stream is kind of choppy?
Yeah.
Huh. Okay, I haven't really had an issue with that before. I wonder if Discord is messing up. Because 30 FPS, it shouldn't really feel like Fox is teleporting around on the dash dance. Okay, well I guess in the worst case we have the VOD.
Yeah.
But okay. Yeah, let's just go back to the game then. At least we got to go over the dash back out of laser range. Let's see, where were we? I think we're probably like here. Did we finish the first stock? Okay, yeah, you died after that side B. I remember you died after the side B. Okay. Okay. Okay, I like that. That was good. Using the vertical space. Okay, slightly missed input on the up air. That's fine. Okay, yeah. So this is just a quick example of like a spot. So I think all of this spacing you're doing here is good. Right here, you can use this opportunity to just short hop to center. And then you have center and he's in the corner. Like, okay. Rather than letting him do this thing where he kind of, or them do this thing where they kind of like go, like they get all this mobility where they get to move over here and then they get to move back covering center, and it's like when they move over here you can just go back to center before they go back to center and like short hop nair here or do it before the drill or whatever. Let's see. Okay, good shot out of shield.
Sure.
What's up?
Should I do just normal short hop, or should I do like short hop drill, short hop up air.
Yeah, just like dash short hop off the platform, if that's what you mean.
Okay.
Uh,
Yeah.
there's a
It is.
lot of mix-ups with short hop off the platform in general. Like, if Falco's right there and you're jumping onto him, I don't really super recommend that. It kind of works. I would say, okay, the rule is sort of like if Falco's dash dancing here or shooting lasers, then you can just short hop aerial him. Uh, but usually they're not going to just give you that, and so you don't want to get like up tilted or something, like doing something too obvious here. So normally I don't just short hop off directly onto Falco, but if I'm here and Falco is going to come directly underneath me, then yeah, you can just short hop off and take center. You can do that on Battlefield or whatever. Short hop off a side plat is pretty powerful against Falco in general. Okay, alright, yeah. Okay. Nice, nice. That was really good. Okay. Really good. Nice. I like it. Okay.
So I'm pretty sure that dash attack was a misinput. This game was like 2 days ago or maybe a day ago. I don't remember, but I know dash attack doesn't work there. So I'm fairly sure that was just a running shine or something, which isn't much better, but more excusable.
Mm-hmm. No, it's okay. I mean, the dash attack there is not. It to me, I just interpreted the dash attack as like a slight misjudgment of the situation, where like if Falco had upbeat straight up here, this dash attack to the edge, and this dash attack to the edge was a little bit closer to the edge, it would have been the only thing that covered upbeat fast fall to edge. So I just assumed that was why. But if it's a
If
missed
it was
input,
that, I might have done like running shine and then go for that edge cancel drill and miss it, but still go for it.
wait,
Which I
running
talked
shine
about in
on
the
the
last lesson,
running shine to
actually.
edge guard this up B?
No, no. Running shine, short hop, drill, edge cancel the drill.
To
Because
edge.
when they're falling down, the drill hits that.
So you're talking
But that's
about
only
this
if they do
situation?
that. That's only if they go straight up, because you can react to if they go straight up. And you're doing running shine. It's a niche situation and it doesn't really matter. Regardless, I shouldn't be running shining or really dash attacking at 10%.
Okay. Yeah, so you're just saying you would try to like drill them so that they like you try to like hit a drill here and then like run off shine or something.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, I mean it could work. It's hard to tell when we're not looking at the exact situation.
Yeah, he didn't even do it. So it's...
Okay. Let's see. It looks like you're not super comfortable with dash back out of laser. I haven't really seen that as much as I would like. I think you're pretty good at the shielding. Like I like the way you shield against Falco. I would just like to see a little bit more dash back. So you know that whole like running power shield thing, or like just like the running momentum with the shield and all that.
Yeah.
A lot of times you won't be able to get to that range if you're kind of kind of too close to him. So there's like a thing you can do where you can kind of take laser and then you dash back really far, like not like not into run, but like your full dash distance backwards, and then you kind of just come straight back in. So you kind of like create like a little runway for yourself, and then you like run through it. And if he does have a laser out, so it's like if he does laser and then he shoots another laser, then you would do
Right.
on the first laser, you take it and you dash back, and then when he shoots the second laser, you just deal with that laser however. Like you're not in danger because you already dashed back on the first laser. So you can just try to like jump over it or take it and dash in or do whatever. You're too far away for it to really matter that much. And if you take laser and you dash away, and let's say he does laser dash dance or like laser go to platform or something, then like now there's that gap in the lasers. So you take the laser, you dash back on the first one, and then you just come back in, and now you have all this running momentum. And if he had a gap and he didn't immediately shoot a second laser, now you can like punish that.
Wouldn't that be the third laser?
Um, What do you mean?
You're saying you sh he shoots the first laser, you take it, you dash back, and then you start to turn around, and then he shoots a second one, you deal with it normally, and then he shoots a third one,
Oh
and
no, no,
then there
I'm
should
saying
be a
there's like
gap.
two options. I'm saying either he shoots one and then another one. Like there's one situation with two lasers and one situation with one laser.
Oh, okay.
Or like a delayed second laser, like after you do your stuff. So basically it's like um
No, I get it.
okay, yeah, like you create space and then you come back in, and if he has another laser out already, then you just keep playing neutral. But if he doesn't, now you have this big strong like running approach.
Yeah, I see.
Okay. I like the up air setups you're doing. Those are good. I like that you're staying like focused on the kill setups. Okay. Okay, nice.
I wish I down throwed.
Yeah, I mean, I would. It's kind of ambiguous what you should probably do in that spot. I would forward throw, I think.
Yeah.
But yeah, you can kind of do down throw or up throw or forward throw here, and they all kind of work. Okay.
I think I did up throw because I thought he'd DI in.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, they all work there.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Nice. Nice. Okay, tech chase up smash. Nice. Nice. Okay. Actually it's looking pretty good in a lot of ways. I think like the main thing is I can tell you're focused, like I said before, on playing very like responsively to Falco, and that is like, and I think you're doing a pretty good job on like that sort of half of the matchup, but you're not really doing a lot to sort of pressure Falco in the opposite way. Like you're playing very responsively to Falco, but Falco's not playing responsively to you. This Falco is kind of just doing whatever they want, and then it's up to you to deal with that. And that,
And
like I
that's
said,
because my shields?
hmm?
And that's because my shields are not the way I'm dealing with lasers by take back or, power shield or full hops.
It's that like, it's kind of. Let me think. Trying to think of the best way to describe it. Give me 1 second. Like all of your ideas revolve around he does a thing and I respond, rather than I do a thing and he responds. And so first of all, there's like the aggressive situation we talked about with like looking for like the running setups, but you can also do stuff where you're close to Falco and you just kind of aerial, like short hop aerials, like short hop drill, short hop nair, are really oppressive for Falco. Like actually, like when you're pretty close up to him, especially the nair, especially when he's at like non, CC percents, when he's at like a little bit higher percent where the nair knocks down. Nair is really oppressive. Like when he's at like a percent like this or something, like full hop nairs, full hop drills. I haven't really seen you go in for a lot of like the full hop nair. You did some full hop drills, so you understand kind of how to use the full hop. But basically, once weak nair knocks down, you can just sort of spam full hop nair against a lot of Falcos, and it's really good. a lot of times for me, the way I end up dealing with Fox Full Hop Nair is I'll just like roll, like at higher percents we're in a lockdown. Because a lot of times if you get this weak Nair, you can just, and if you watch any pro VOD, you'll a lot of times see people like hunting for this like strong, for this like full hop weak Nair because it's so strong. And you can just capitalize off of the tech chase that you get. So I think that there are like more spots where you could sort of just do something and see how Falco responds and like try to counter those things. Like basically the same process you're doing, but instead of like Falco goes and then I respond, it's like I go, Falco responds, and now we're exactly where we were before, because now it's like Falco goes, I go. It's like, well, what if I go and then Falco goes? Well, then I go after Falco. So it's like you get to do the same process, but it starts from an angle of like Falco needing to respond to you doing run up shield or short hop drill or short hop nair in his face or something like that. And okay. I think Cody is a really good example to watch for this, especially Cody playing against a Falco who's like a little worse than him. And obviously it's like a lot of it is going to be like tech skill spam psycho stuff with Cody. But like there are a lot of ranges where he's really good at getting like the short hop nairs and stuff like that. I think Mango's Fox is really good at the whole like create space and then come back in. And he's also really good at like dash dancing kind of close to Falco. And like creating that pressure without actually like pulling the trigger on it. And I would say I think Moki is really good at the short hop off the side platform. And I think they're all good at all these things, but I think some of them use it more than others, so it might be easier to like take from VODs or something like that. Okay. So it's just sort of when you get this aggressive element too that you add in and you kind of mix it in with all this defensive stuff you're doing, you get a way scarier overall situation for the Falco. Because right now, what the Falco is doing is they're kind of throwing stuff out, and they're like, well, as long as I don't, like, do something, like, as long as I don't have an idea that they punish, I'm good. And what you want it to feel like is Falco is like, like, he's all over me, like, I need to get away, like, you need, like right now, Falco is using his lasers to, like, trap you, to, like, hold you down and, like, hold you, make you fight, and you're kind of struggling, like, moving around the lasers and trying to find good ranges and stuff. But what you want is you want Falco to have to shoot his lasers to, like, keep you out, where you're like, I'm trying to find a way in, and Falco, he needs those lasers to stop you from being right on top of him. And if he messes up his lasers, or there's a gap in his lasers, or anything like that, then suddenly you're right on top of him, and you're hitting him with, you know, your drills and whatever, your up tilts, and now you have a big combo, like, you know, and you seem like you can combo pretty well now. Or once you get this, like, the actual opener, your combos don't seem like a problem.
Well, before we didn't even see combos because there was no opportunities.
Yeah, that was why I kind of changed what I was saying, where I was like, no, I mean to say is like once you get the opening, the combo doesn't seem to be a problem. Not that you couldn't combo before.
You know, my combos are better now.
But
I think the next game's a pretty good example of what you're saying, of how the Falco kind of just goes first, and then I have to deal with it some way. And then they just are like, well, if I just don't get punished. Then...
Mm-hmm. So yeah, so what you want is like, hey, Falco, you have to keep me out with lasers. Like, you need these constant lasers, or I will be in your face murdering you. And then Falco is like, okay. And then you can also add in the other stuff, where Falco is like, wait, he's not coming in? Okay, haha, here's my lasers. And then you just pick apart his plan on the lasers, and you hit him again. And now he's like, okay, wait a minute. Either I'm on the back foot, and I'm trying my absolute hardest to keep this fox out with lasers, and sometimes I can, and sometimes I can't. Or, you know, I finally get a moment to breathe, and I go in, and then the fox is just ready and responds well, and then hits me anyway. Suddenly, that is like a feeling for the Falco to get that will beat, way more Falcos than just responding to their lasers.
I don't think this is the right game.
Oh.
It's still a good game, but not the one I was talking about before. But
Okay.
that's fine.
Do you want to grab it, or do you want to go with this one?
I'll have to search for it. We'll go with this one.
Okay. Okay. I like the
It
shine.
just means I named the file wrong. That's all.
I see.
This is during my unranked journey.
Okay. Let's see. Remember when you take laser from this range, not to shield afterward. Oh, I see. You did like that weird. Never mind. That was a totally different situation than I thought. This is more just weird because of the crouch. You can CC lasers. CCing lasers is good. Crouching here is not that good because I'm just like Falco's just gonna like laser you again. Like you're just gonna take laser damage. Okay. Okay, nice. Nice, you're holding the advantage state pretty well. Nice, Nair. Okay. What I would do here, I have two modes edge guarding Falco. So first of all, I think edge guarding Falco is like low key impossible. High key impossible, I
So
guess.
here I'm like 99% sure I wanted to turn around just a bit and then short hop.
Like short hopping the ledge here? Because you probably would have just died.
No. No, like turn around for a back air.
Okay. So Nair,
And Nair
here,
does the same thing, but I think I wanted a back air. I don't think I was aware enough to go for that.
typically forward facing back air here is a little bit, or sorry, forward facing Nair is a little bit better than facing backwards back air.
Because the angle of the Nair.
Yeah, it hits a little bit lower and stuff like that, and I think a lot of times what I'll do here when I have Falco in a situation like this is I hit him off here, and then so there's only two edge guards against Falco. You're either grabbing ledge and you're really hoping you don't get side bead while you grab ledge, or I spam Nair here, like short hop Nair, and I mix up whether I'm gonna fast fall the Nair or not fast fall it. And if I miss the Nair and I see that he's side being, I'll try to shield after the Nair if I can to like avoid getting hit by the side beat. And those are basically the two. And of course, there's like sometimes you read them and just jump out and shine, but not all the time. Those are pretty much all the edge guards I use on Falco. I really don't like short hop back here that much, just because it hits too high. And a lot of times, if he'll like get a better angle getting the ledge, or maybe he'll go slightly under the very top of it or something. Back air does work, but I just prefer the Nair here a little bit.
The other would be, well, if I turn around it doesn't work, so never mind. I don't think I was going for the other.
Okay. Okay, nice. Oh, unfortunate. If you end up in a situation like this where you feel really awkward, full hopping backwards to side plat is always pretty good, rather than going for like a sort of like scramble attack option. It's just sort of stalemating rather than like fighting it out. Oh, nice back airs. Those are both really good. Oh, yeah. That happens to me all the time too. It's rough. I think I would prefer during Falco's invincibility, what you do is like, let's say he's here, right? Go to right here, and then when he falls, you just full hop the side plat. What's up?
Yeah. I don't think it was on this stage. I think you're talking about on Yoshi's. But same concept. As he's falling, you move to a different place.
Yeah, as he's falling, you go
you.
to side plat, and then you just like light shield here. Because otherwise, he gets to execution test you here, which they love to do.
Yeah.
Okay. Alright, got the CC. Not really something you can deal with. Okay. Nice. Nice. Okay. So this is sort of what I'm talking about. This isn't like an idealized version, but this is a little bit what I'm talking about, where like Falco kind of has this little gap, right? Where the Falco's not shooting a laser for a second, like right here. There's no lasers here. And you can kind of use this to just sort of hit him. And you can just be more aware of this, like whenever there's a gap like that, like Falco becomes very vulnerable when he's not shooting lasers. Okay, you need to be a little bit more aware of how broken Nair and Drill are. Like when you're here, like this should not be a down tilt. These should be like aerials, like short hop, fast fall aerials. They're kind of broken. Like right here, and even like right here, this should be like right here. You should be like short hop drilling. You should be short hop drilling here or shining. Like shine, short hop, drill, shine, short hop, drill, or a full hop. Okay, nice. Grab edge.
We land on plats now, because before we didn't.
What was that?
The full hop, double jump. We land on plats now.
Hmm. Okay. Nice. Nice. Okay, good. Nice. Okay, good Nair. Yeah, Nair's so broken at like higher percent. It's kind of crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think the full hop Nair at like knockdown percent is like a big tool you can add in for pretty low effort. And then I think short hop drill when you're really close to him is a little bit more oppressive than you think. Like short hop drill shine on Falco's shield over and over is kind of OP. And just like Nair at close range is good too. These down tilts are way worse than I don't know why you're doing this. Like here you can just like grab or something, you know?
Not all the down tilts that might have been
What's up? Hello? Hello? We might have gotten cut off. Okay. Yeah, we did get disconnected. Gonna quit and rejoin here. Hello? Hello? Darn. We're connected, but I can't hear him. I don't know what happened there. Hello? Try leaving the call and rejoining, maybe?
Hear me?
Hello? Yeah, there we go. Okay, I don't know. That was so weird.
Fine. Alright. Let me see if this is what I was talking about real quick. Because the past game is not as helpful as the one that I'm trying to find.
Okay, no problem.
This isn't the Battlefield one, but it's still good. There we go. Did it send?
Yep, I just got it.
Alright.
Okay. Screen share's working? No way. Hello?
Yes, can you hear me?
Yeah, okay. Is the screen share working?
Yes, it is.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know what's going on if that's Discord or what? Okay, good shot.
Might be Discord.
Yeah. Dash, move. Okay. You only want to shield when it's like a necessity. And okay, good shot on shields. I like those. Okay.
This Falco was really strange because it didn't feel like super laser heavy.
Mm-hmm.
It felt scrappy, but the lasers were there when it needed to, you know?
Mm-hmm. This is just
It wasn't enough.
This is just another spot where you can short hop to center or full hop to this top plat. You don't really need to like play this situation out. You can drop on Falco if you want here, but just sort of staying on the platform is very unsafe. I don't recommend it. You can do a couple of those drills to like survive there for a second, but ultimately you need to have a plan that's not like stay on the side plat. Like you need to either go to center, go down, or go up here.
Looks like I was worried about them doing running away, rising back air. That's my percent. What they just did, but the other direction.
Mm-hmm.
Not other direction. If they were facing the other direction, running the same way.
Yeah, I think a lot of times your move will just beat that because you're like above them. Like if you just like short hop nair or something to center here, or I think a lot of times, like Falco coming from below the platform with a back air at this percent does not feel like comfortable. Like it doesn't feel like I wouldn't feel like, oh, this is like super winning to just spam this full hop back air to top plat. Yeah, and like if Fox happens to like go to top plat here and Falco does the full hop back air, like if you full hop here, you're just gonna punish him. If you short hop aerial to center, you might just hit him out of it. Stuff like that. Okay, nice. Snuck in with the up air. Okay. Ooh, okay, random. Not your fault. Yeah, I just want to see a little bit more movement. You get kind of stuck horizontally, like holding shield, and you have to remember that like unless there are lasers present, you have frame advantage. Fox has better frame data than Falco. You can just sort of throw out moves unless the like you want to basically create a situation where like Falcos who play like this, and there are a lot of Foxes in the world who are like this. If there's a Falco who plays like this without many lasers, they will just get fourth docked because Falco needs the lasers. So I'd say it's actually kind of good for you to play against Falcos like this every now and again to just make sure that you beat them up. Because I think this is like a good, it kind
They're
of like...
about every other, so I'll run into them.
Yeah, no, everybody's telling me that there's like a ton of laserless Falcos online. I think it's basically like a good opportunity to try out the other style of gameplay a little bit more with like the run-ups and like the aggressive mix-ups and stuff like that, because he doesn't have the lasers out. And so eventually you just get to a point where you're like, are you using lasers correctly? And if the answer is no or kinda, you just destroy them. That's what you want. And that's just like the matchup. You don't even have to do anything super special. Like without the lasers, Falco just loses to Fox like as a character. You can literally just beat him up.
An expert Mario playing Falco. It was good practice than, you know, the normal Falco.
Say that one more time. I just didn't hear part of it. Sorry.
This was an expert Mario.
Mario?
Yeah, they got to expert with their Mario.
Like this player is a Mario player?
Yeah.
I see.
You know how the servers have like masters, expert, whatever?
Yeah. I was just like, Mario.
Yeah.
Okay. And yeah, up air's fine if you have a confirm, but like it's not the best pressure tool. Nair and down air are the best pressure tools on his shield, and just like in general if you're close to him.
Since I'm fighting a Spacey, but I want to drill shine.
Drill shine, I mean, yeah, drill shine, nair shine, both amazing. I like.
Instead of drill grab. You know, you get shine or shield or something.
You're saying drill grab like pressure? Are you talking about shield
in that
pressure?
Instance, yes.
Like this?
When I'm coming down like that, would I rather drill shine over the drill grab?
Yeah. No, you don't really want to use drill grab. You can do drill shine grab, but you don't really want to just do drill grab. There's too big of a gap. You're just going to get hit a lot of times. You can kind of do drill sometimes. But even then, I don't know. I just like drill shine a little bit more. It feels a little bit more solid and safe. Like, when you get really good, you can start hard reading a little bit more, like weird little gaps in people's shield, out of shield game, where you're like, I think I can get away with, drill grab here or something. But, like, for now, I would just stick with the solid, like, aerial shine, sometimes shine grab type thing. Okay, I actually really like this movement. This is what I was talking about, where you create the gap, and then you come back in super hard here. I would have preferred instead of crouching, because what you're doing is you're kind of like, okay, I'm in your face, I'm kind of chilling, like, I'm waiting for you to throw something out, which is good, which is smart, and then you're like, okay, I create this gap, and now I'm coming back in, and then instead of, like, following through on your momentum, you stop your momentum, and you just wait, and you're like, okay, now I'll play defensive again. And it's like, no, you already...
that distance there, I'd have made it.
The important thing is that it's kind of up to Falco to judge whether you can make it or not, because you can just full hop, and then Falco has to freak out and figure out all this counterplay, and then if he does something wrong, you can just fall on him and hit him, and if he doesn't do something wrong, you can just double jump to top plat and get away. But you already set up all this, like, forward momentum. You want to do something with it. It can be pretty safe, but you could even just dash dance right in his face, but you need some sort of, like, aggression, because you just got all this momentum from, like, leaving and coming back, so you want to use this for something. And yeah, see how Falco's just doing this stuff? It's, like, super annoying, like, where he's like this, aerial, yeah. You know what you can do? You can do the same thing, but better, just aerial, like, down air shine, like, you can just beat him. Like, Fox is just faster.
I take more.
Huh?
If I get hit by a stray shine.
But it's not about that, because you have better frame data. Like, you can just hit him. Like, what I'm
saying, I'll win more.
Huh?
Saying I'll win more often.
You'll win, like, a lot more.
Yeah.
Like, especially after he does this. Like, I'm not saying just spam it out of nowhere. What I'm saying is, like, let's say he hits, like, this down air on shield. You can just short hop drill out of shield, like, right here. I just feel like you're sort of underestimating how good Fox's frame data actually is compared to Falco's. Like, those 2 extra frames on the jump squat and the extra fast short hop, like his short hop doesn't take as long. They're really, like, kind of game changers for the frame data. And anytime you're in, like, an even situation, it's not hitbox versus hitbox, because you're faster. Like, you're literally just going to hit him before any of his stuff comes out, and his shine is too short range to really hit you out of that.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see. What time is it? I think we are... Okay, we're pretty much...
one more?
Huh?
No.
We're pretty much at an hour. I kind of want to just go over what we've been talking about, if you're down for that, unless you had something else in mind. Like, we have like a couple minutes left. Okay. Well, first, I want your thoughts on this, and then I'll bounce off of that. Like, what do you feel like you've taken from this lesson? What do you feel like you're going to implement from it? Or, like, anything you might be confused on or seems ambiguous? Let me know. Uh-oh. Did we disconnect? I was like, I'll give him time to think. Oh, my goodness. Okay. Try reconnecting. That was funny. Hello?
Fiction, can you hear me?
Yep, now I can hear you. Okay, did you hear...
said
Were you able to hear what I was saying? Where I was saying, like, what did you get from this? Where do you think you're going to go with this? And like, is anything confusing or like ambiguous that we've talked about? That's what I was kind of saying.
Okay.
And then I'll kind of bounce
So
off that with my like closing remarks.
I think it's really good that the previous lesson where it was kind of we need to break you out of this with the way I was playing against Falco, that we're moving on to progressing forward, you know?
Yeah, no, I mean, you're
Um,
definitely not doing the same thing wrong. Like, when you hit him, you're hitting him. Now it's all these little neutral spots and stuff like that we can get into.
I think the fact that it's more of things that Fox already does, right? And it's just situations where it's a knowledge check. Like when there's my shield, it's like, okay, well, it is worth it for me to go out there because Falco should lose that majority of the time. What you're
Mm-hmm.
saying, um, like something like that, I can do that really easily if I just know that, which now I do. So
Mm-hmm.
that's great. Thing with the distance with the running power shields, um, that is
Yeah, running power
probably gonna
shield, running
be
shield in general.
that's gonna probably be one of the more difficult parts to work on. Um, since it's foreign.
I would just say, if there's no lasers coming, try running in at Falco and then shielding and just see what happens. Or running in
Yeah,
at Falco and full hopping. Just like if he gives you a chance to get in, I would say try to go for it. With either like the shield or the full hop, like running. We didn't disconnect again, did we?
no, we didn't.
Okay.
I was just thinking.
Okay, that's fine. See, now I'm scared because I was giving you time to think. I was giving you time to think before, and I was like, "Don't worry, I'll give him
I'm
time to
waiting
think."
for.
And then you
Yeah,
messaged me like we disconnected. I was like, "Oh."
I just I think this is it. No, but uh, being off platforms, which I kind of already do, but we only got to see a few games.
Mm-hmm.
Just do that more. The thing I learned is if Falco's directly under, you can just short hop to center.
Mm-hmm.
Um, it's kind of difficult to say I'm going for the next however much time till we meet up again. That it's like different compared to what it was before when it was so clear, you know.
Yeah, so you're
Um,
looking for something that you can say like, the next time we do a lesson, it'll be like this time where you're like, I got over that stuff from last time,
yeah,
right? Um. Well, in some ways, that's impossible because it was just such an obvious, easy fix before. uh, that now I think like the game plan's a little bit solid. But what I would say is that like this general missing piece of like, if Falco is not lasering, they should be unable to hit you really if you don't want them to hit you, and you should be able to like go in and pressure sort of whenever you want. Like laserless Falco is pretty bad. And so I would say like when you feel like a Falco needs to shoot lasers to beat you, then that'll be a really good sign. Because it'll mean that when they're not shooting lasers, you're correctly dash dancing around their bad aerials, and when they give you a chance, you're moving in with pressure.
mm,
So yeah, so I would say like just try to explore your aggression a little bit. Try to explore like spamming short hop drill when you're up close. Try to explore spamming a little bit more dash in short hop nair. Try to explore a little bit more like cross up full hop. Try to explore a little bit more running up and shielding and stuff like that. And just like try out all these options. It's not as much that like you need all of them for it to work. It's that like all of those individually will help you. Like you can just pick one and then practice it, and it'll make you better at the matchup. And then you go, nice, and you just grab another one and you practice that, and that'll make you better at the matchup. Like, they're all valuable pieces that you can learn. So it's
Or you said to not really focus on Uncle Punch because I need to fight people. Is that still the case, or should I practice Uncle Punch again?
where you're at right now, I think you definitely need to be playing against people. Because there's a lot of spots where you're like, no, they'll just hit me. And it's like, no, you'll just hit them. And I think you need to, like, cross that barrier and realize that you are playing Fox a little bit. And so I think that doesn't really happen in Uncle Punch because you don't feel like the other person's spirit, like, wanting to hit you. And so I think that, like, is kind of something you need from in-game. Like, you need the pressure of someone wanting to hit you, and then being like, wait, no, this is a situation where I can go in and pressure Falco, and then going for it and getting, like, rewarded for it. I think that's, like, sort of, like, what you need to, like, lock it in. Yeah, so don't think about it as much that, like, oh, man, we had something really easy last week, and now, or not last week, last time we did it, we had something kind of easy, and now there's, like, this big ambiguous blob of improvement. What I would say is that, like, last time we had, like, one thing to improve, and this time there's, like, 10 things. And you can just pick...
I'm fine with that. I'm just...
That's what I'm saying. Like, what I'm saying is, don't get overwhelmed.
To improve on.
I just missed... Say it one more time, sorry.
Yeah, I'm saying I just want to be able to know that I have something to improve on, right? Going forward, like something specific.
Yeah, so literally just take any of those, like, 10 things we discussed and just pick one and do it first. Literally any of them. And just spend, like, a couple hours being like, man, every time Falco is really close to me, I'm just going to spam short hop drill over and over. And just see what happens. And just, like, try to get that. So it's just like, instead of one low-hanging fruit, you have 10. But don't get overwhelmed trying to do them all at once, or, oh, I need to think about all this stuff all the time. Just break it off into bite-sized chunks and just do them one at a time.
Before you were saying, I need to bring my punish game up like a 6, and during that time it's okay for my neutral to drop to like a 0.3. Now, while I'm focusing on these things that you're talking about, made it kind of sound like it should just be an addition, like one thing added and like nothing drops.
What you need to do is, like, get into these games and kind of ignore everything except the thing you're practicing, because what you need is like experience doing these specific things. And so what you're doing the rest of the game does not matter. So it's like, step 1, go into games focused in like, you're kind of autopiloting, except you're looking for, like, these specific spots where you want to do these things, and just trying those things every time the spot comes up. Like, trying the new thing every time the spot comes up. Ignoring performance, you can get 4-stocked, whatever. When you just get some experiences doing that, you'll start finding situations where it works really often, and then you just integrate that into your general gameplay, and then repeat that process.
Do I know it's time to move on from one thing to the next? That's just kind of a vague question, because it can go on forever, but...
Just like when you feel like you're like, yeah, I'm kind of just doing this. Like, I already kind of get it. Like, you can be like, you can do one for a couple days, and then you move on to another, or you can do one for an hour, and one for an hour, and one for an hour, and the next day you do the same 3, one in an hour in a row. It doesn't really matter. Whatever you feel like, whatever's the most fun at the moment, just do that, as long as you put in the time to, like, get experience doing each of these, and then integrate it in, you're fine. There's no necessary order or anything like that. But, okay, so we're definitely at an hour now, so I'm going to call it. It was good talking with you, and I hope you have some good stuff to go off of from this lesson. Let me know if you have any other questions or anything. We can, in, like, Discord, we can talk it over. Alright, it was good talking with you. And I hope you have a good one, man. Peace.